Different Teslas for different budgets. Before I show you any of these Teslas, it's the same age-old thing with any car. The older it is and the higher the miles, the lower the price. So all of our cars, they're in great condition. They've got great history. So they're not going to be a lower price because of that. They're only going to be a lower price because of miles and an older year. So keep that in mind when I'm showing you all this stuff. But these are Model 3s. The price range on those for like a 2018 with higher miles, it's in great condition, is going to be down in like the mid-teens. Could be a little higher, could be a little lower, depending on if you qualify for the tax credit. They start going up as you get out of long ranges and into performances with higher miles, which is the faster one, the little sportier car, or you start getting into lower mile long ranges, but you start getting into the mid-20s, the upper 20s. That's the range for the Model 3. Next up are the Model Ys. Just like Model 3s, you've got long range and performance. So the long ranges are the lower price at first, and for a decent mile, 2020, 2021, you're talking mid to upper mid 20s. As you start moving up the model year in long ranges and then into high mile performances, you get closer to 30, and then you start getting into the low 30s. Beyond that, you start getting too close to new. Next up's the Model X. It's the second oldest Tesla out there. It starts around 2016. So these have been around quite a bit longer. They start based on the battery size all the way up to the current long range, base, plaid. Those are the big expensive ones. They all have between 5, 6, and 7 seats. That's going to affect price, but we've got some of these that are older, higher miles, that qualify for that tax credit. They're going to be under 25,000 bucks. They're pretty rare. As they get newer, the number goes higher, 90D, 100D, and then it goes into long range plus, performance, and then plaid. And it's really just the difference between a larger battery that goes further on a charge. So price-wise, we start in the low to mid-20s. Quickly, as you get closer to like these plaids, they start going into the 60s. The Model S has been around since like 2013 because it was the first car that Tesla came out with after the Roadster, and the price on those is all over the map. This one here, it's a 90D. This one actually has free supercharging for life, which is a big plus. This car is going to sell for under 25,000 after the tax credit, and that's a heck of a lot of cars. So you can get these actually with higher miles earlier years for 10, 12, 15,000 bucks or so. So they start there, and then more commonly they work up to that $25,000 price point. And then from there, now you're talking getting into the 30s and the 40s, and then with plaids, you start maybe getting into 60s with the newer years and the lower miles. And so Model 3, Model Y, Model X, Model S, those start on the low end. You can maybe get one for under 10 grand of an old Model 3, all the way up to a newer Model X and a Model S. I'm going to say into the high 60s, maybe into the 70s. So pretty broad $60,000 range there from 4 different cars, all different battery sizes. There's a whole bunch of different versions of them, but that's the breakdown for all the different Teslas and their price ranges.